We need to talk about what's happening with Katseye right now because even though I covered the news about Manon leaving the group temporarily, so much has happened since that announcement came out over the weekend. And we're going to get into everything that's come out, what's been said online about the girls, about the group, about their future, all of it. First, let me give you some quick context if you're not familiar with Katseye. They're a global girl group that was formed through a Netflix reality show called Popstar Academy. The show documented the process of creating this group, and it was a collaboration between HYBE, which is the company behind BTS, and Geffen Records. The final lineup has 6 members from different countries, and one of those members is Manon, who is from Switzerland. She's the member at the center of all of this drama right now. When the news first broke that Manon would be stepping away from Katseye, it wasn't framed as her leaving forever. The official wording described it as a hiatus from group activities. HYBE and Geffen put out a statement last Friday that said, "Hello. After open and thoughtful conversations together, we are sharing that Manon will be taking a temporary hiatus from group activities to focus on her health and well-being. We fully support this decision. Katseye remains committed to showing up for one another and for the fans, who mean everything to us. The group will continue scheduled activities during this time, and we look forward to being together again when the time is right. Thank you to our icons." That's what their fans are called. "For your continued love, patience, and understanding." Now, the way that statement was written makes it sound like this was Manon's decision to step away. They say, "We fully support this decision," which implies that the decision came from her and they're supporting it. But fans immediately became skeptical when Manon posted her own message to fans on Weverse, which is a platform where K-pop artists communicate with their fans. In her message, she said that she was healthy and okay and taking care of herself. Fans felt like maybe this was her way of trying to say that what the company was saying wasn't entirely true, and that she might have been forced to step away from Katseye. The line that really stuck with fans was when she wrote, "Sometimes things unfold in ways we don't fully control." People started referencing a recent interview she did with The Cut, which is a popular online magazine. In that interview, she talked about One Direction and said, "When One Direction split, that was really hard. I don't want our fans to go through that. I don't want to be responsible for breaking so many hearts." Fans are now wondering if maybe that was her way of trying to tell people that if something happened to the group, it wouldn't be her choice. But what really sent people into detective mode was the silence from the other members of Katseye. There were no public posts from them. No "we love you," no "we're here for you," no heart emojis, no comments under Manon's photos. Nothing. Almost immediately, fans started theorizing that maybe the rest of the girls aren't allowed to speak up about what's going on right now because of their contracts, or because management told them not to. Some fans did think that Megan, who's another member of the group, might have tried to send a subtle message when she posted something on her Instagram story the other day. She reposted a clip from their interview with The Cut and wrote, "I heart The Cut." Now, on the surface, it just looks like she's resharing content from an interview they did. But some fans thought maybe it was also her way of acknowledging the theories about what Manon said in that Cut interview, and that it might be a subliminal message about what's really happening behind the scenes. The Cut has also published an article questioning the sudden hiatus and discussing whether systemic issues, including racism, could be playing a role in all of this. So fans were also wondering if maybe Megan posted that because she wants people to go read that article, because it's actually telling the truth. Now, since these rumors have been swirling about what's going on behind the scenes, TMZ tried to say that Manon was being phased out of the group, which really upset fans. And tensions only got worse when Daniela's father started commenting on social media about the news. Daniela is another member of Katseye, and her dad has been leaving some really questionable comments online. Someone said to him, "If you loved her, you wouldn't have made that comment about Manon, knowing that people would attack Daniela." And he replied, "Icons will icon. I talked with Daniela before anything." So he's making it seem like Daniela is okay with what he's saying, and he's been saying some pretty harsh things in the comment sections, basically putting Manon down and acting like the group is ready to move on as a group of 5 without her. And he won't stop commenting. Someone said to him, "Your girl is trying to copy Manon, but she'll never be an icon like Manon, and she'll never be like Lisa," who's a member of Blackpink. And he responded, "Daniela does not need to be like Lisa or Manon." Another person said, "Katseye is not going to work if Manon is not there, whether you like it or not." And he said, Katseye does not run based off Manon. The girls will be fine. Because people have been so upset by the things he's been saying, they've gone through some of his posting history on social media. And some of what they found is pretty disturbing for a father to be posting about his own daughter. There's one repost of a video where someone says, "Congratulations to whoever's getting it every night." And people are saying, imagine your dad reposting a video where someone's saying that about you. That's just inappropriate. There's also another one where someone says, "Kiss her, kiss her." And again, people are saying that as her father, maybe those aren't the kinds of things he should be reposting. In my last video, I also mentioned that Manon has been liking posts from a creator named Simply Simone, who talks about racism and label mistreatment and the experience of black girls in girl groups. And after it became known that Manon liked that post, things really exploded. She started following several other black women in the music industry who've spoken about similar experiences. She followed Normani from Fifth Harmony and Leanne from Little Mix. Melody Thornton, who's a former member of the Pussycat Dolls and notably did not participate in the group's reunion, posted a photo of Manon on Instagram with the caption, "We see you." Leanne from Little Mix also followed Manon and commented about protecting each other. Someone said on Twitter, "Manon, Normani, and Leanne all following each other in the span of a few hours. Oh, protect these women at all costs." And Leanne replied, "We need to protect each other." Leanne has previously spoken out about what it was like being the only black member of Little Mix. She said that she felt like she had to work 10 times harder to prove her place in the group, and this matches up with what Manon told The Cut, about feeling like she always has to put in extra work. In that interview, The Cut wrote that Manon had a reputation on Popstar Academy for being absent from rehearsals and had to miss a date on their first North American tour because of illness. Manon explained, "It's the way I grew up. America has a very different culture when it comes to work-life balance. You guys are all about grind and hustle. In Switzerland, where I'm from, if you're sick, you take a day off. No one's going to expect you to work." Right now, the energy online just feels really protective. A lot of celebrities are standing by Manon, rooting for her and sending her love. And fans are questioning everything about Katseye as a whole. They're wondering what the future looks like because they don't want to see a world where Manon isn't a member, especially if it wasn't her decision to leave. Her last public appearance with the group was on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, which was right after the Grammys. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next few days and weeks, because fans are anxiously waiting for any kind of update. There are just so many opinions going around right now, so many theories about what's really happening behind the scenes. What do you guys think about all of this? Do you think Manon was forced out, or do you think this really was her decision? Do you think the other members want to speak up but aren't allowed to? Let me know your thoughts in the comments because I'd love to hear what you're thinking. And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any updates as this story continues to develop. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.